China's floating solar revolution. China is facing a problem that seems almost impossible to solve. It needs massive amounts of land to install solar panels for its clean energy goals, but it also needs that same land to feed 1.4 billion people. The solution? Don't use land at all. Put the solar panels on water. This is the story of China's floating solar revolution, and the scale of it is staggering. In 2025 alone, China installed 315 gigawatts of new solar capacity, more than twice what the rest of the world combined added in the same period. To sustain that pace without destroying farmland, China is rapidly deploying floating photovoltaic systems, solar panels mounted on buoyant platforms anchored to lakes, reservoirs, fish ponds, and even the open sea. The benefits go beyond just saving land. Floating panels stay cooler than land-based ones, boosting their efficiency by up to 10%. The shade they cast over water reduces evaporation by as much as 30%, critical in drought-prone regions. And in a stroke of genius, China has developed what it calls the fish below, solar above model, combining aquaculture with clean energy on the same water surface. One site in Nanjing generates 60 million kilowatt-hours of electricity per year while simultaneously producing 175 tons of crabs annually. In Shandong province, panels installed over shrimp and sea cucumber farms cool the water temperature enough to boost yields by 50%. China's flagship projects speak for themselves. A 320-megawatt floating farm in Shandong's Solar Valley, a city that gets nearly all its power from the sun. A 1-gigawatt offshore floating facility completed by CHN Energy, the world's largest of its kind, sitting 8 kilometers off the coast, anchored to the sea floor. And plans already in motion for a 2-gigawatt project combining floating solar, fish ponds, and agrivoltaics in Jiangxi province. There are challenges, of course. Floating systems cost about 20% more than land-based installations. Offshore platforms face brutal ocean conditions, waves up to 10 meters high, and China's grid still wastes roughly 10% of its renewable energy because storage infrastructure hasn't kept pace. But the trajectory is unmistakable. China is turning its rivers, lakes, coastlines, and fish ponds into the next frontier of solar energy, preserving farmland, conserving water, feeding fish, and powering cities, all at the same time. The rest of the world is watching closely, because what China is proving at scale today, others will be copying tomorrow.